everyone, Colleen Gallagher here and Alexander May. We are super excited, you guys. This is the fourth and final episode of our series, which is, wow, it's been an incredible 4-week journey with you guys. We've so enjoyed the comments and the questions and reaching out to us. And we are super, super excited for this last one, which is episode 45, part 4 of the transmission we've been doing. And this podcast, first of all, if you're coming, hello, welcome. My name is Colleen Gallagher. This is a space where I really bring in leaders and other types of people and myself to talk about business and spirituality. So you can really feel safe. You can feel like you have a space to express yourself. You know that it's okay to be who you truly are, because I know what that feels like to not feel the other way. So with that, when you listen to this, you can like, share, or please comment on the whatever way you're listening to this, leave a review. I'd super appreciate it so other people can tune in to receive this frequency. And this episode, what it's about is channeling. What is channeling? It's a buzzword that's going around. What is this? Is it a TV channel? How do we switch it? What happens? Or is it a radio channel? It needs to move from AM to FM. I'm confused. Help me. So with that, this is Alexander May. Please introduce yourself. Who are you? Why are you here? How did you get here?
I fucking love you, Colleen. My name is Alexander May, and I am a psychic medium healer. Some people call me a light worker. I call myself a light warrior. I've been doing this since I was 9 and professionally for 11 years.
Yeah. I love.
Yeah.
So, okay, diving in.
Okay.
What is a channel? I'm just kidding. What is channeling?
Is a channel?
You guys, I never, honestly, to be honest with you, I don't think I ever heard about channeling ever years ago. And then I was like, oh, wow, this makes so much sense. However, before we go into Alexander going into it, there's a lot of distortion around this word, and it really bothers me. So I'm sorry, because people are like, oh my God, you have to get like this to channel, and I'm channeling this, and I channeled this program. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all always channeling. My hair went a little crazy there. We are all always channeling. There is no such thing as this person has a higher power to channel than you.
No,
there is only unconscious channeling and conscious channeling. And so I just want to make really clear, because when I see this sometimes in the online world, there's spiritual people like, oh, I am channeling. Great. I love you. And let's make this relatable.
Next.
Yes. Yeah. And
Next.
Before I say that though, I do want to say, I talked about this one before, Abraham Hicks, I want to give her a shout out though, because the time and space reality of her bringing in channeling, and specifically channeling beings from other planetary systems, that was very relevant. It was very needed, and her teachings are forever relevant. So I don't want to
she's also fun.
Yeah, I don't want to knock her.
She has a sense of humor. I feel like the problem that happens with a lot of channelers, or a lot of people, is they start to take themselves far too seriously. Like, my name is Alexander May, and I'm a psychic medium healer. It's like, well, I'm a psychic medium healer, but it's not like this, whatever, you know?
Yeah, and we talked in episode 2 about ascended masters and guides, and some of these things that you can do to evoke different energies inside of yourself. And then we had the episode 3, which really went into a lot with understanding energy and how you evoke these. So, but besides that, let's now go into channeling. So what is channeling, Alexander, and how do we do it?
Channeling is amazing. So channeling is where you pull source energy into and allow yourself to receive messages into the body, into the being. And it is like, you were like AM to FM. It is a lot like that. It's like you're going through different channels to receive certain messages about certain things. My favorite way of describing this is writing songs. So like whenever someone brings me a song, or I create like a song with beats and put lyrics to it, I'm literally channeling lyrics. And I used to say that it was from my own life experiences, but like some of the metaphors in there are so like really out there, you know? For example, I was in the studio one time and I was recording I have the best example. So I have like I had a 4-octave range, but I always wanted to be able to hit like the crazy like high notes. And I just couldn't figure it out. I was always trying to do it on piano, take vocal lessons. And they're like, you're just hurting your voice because you're just trying to do something that your voice can't do. And I'm like, no, I can't do it. So I was working on a client one day and the client goes, okay, so I want to ask you something really strange. And I was like, nothing is strange for me. And I said, what would you like? And she goes, I want to tap into my alien origin. And I was like, what? And she goes, yeah, this is like a couple of years ago. And she's like, tap into my alien origin. So usually when I connect people to the light or to source, it's like past our universe into a place of like, it's like rainbow colors, kind of like a pearl. It's very like milky, kind of like very calming. But then there's also energy beyond that. So I'm like going beyond that space with this person, and she's like, whoa. She's like, we're seeing like sacred geometry and like all of these like other planets that we don't recognize that we've been shown in books and stuff like that. And then we get to this planet that's made of liquid, and it's all liquid. But then we realize that it's not the planet is made of liquid, it's all the people on the planet are the liquid. And then out of my mouth comes this. It goes like this. It goes, I just really was like, oh, oh, like that. I was like, what was that? And she was doing it again. And I'm like, oh, like that. You know, and it didn't hurt. It didn't feel like I was forcing it. And you could hear all of their voices kind of going like up and down and like and the way that I got that was through channeling. It wasn't through a voice lesson. It wasn't through like vocal training. Those things do help, but it was because I wasn't using my brain and I was just channeling it in. Isn't that
love
cool?
Oh my god. Okay, there's so many things I like literally when you're saying that, I like seeing blue water drip over you and I'm like
yeah.
And you can borrow channeling from others. Like,
yeah,
I just did it. I just sing. I don't normally sing. I don't sing. Well, I can sing, but I borrowed his singing just in that moment. But I channeled Alexander in that moment. So channeling is something you can always do, basically. And if you want to think about it, like even if you think, let's say television, right? It's called a television, telling you a vision. There's programs on the vision, and the programs have channels that they communicate to you through. So whatever channel you're on is how you're getting programmed and then telling you a vision. We are telling you a great vision. So this is a good channel to be on. But I feel like what I wanted to say with that is, these people that are like, I am channeling, or I channel this program, great. And I also feel like that also can feel really contractive for other people who are saying that, well, I don't know if I'm channeling, or how do I receive ideas? Like literally channeling is just you receiving an idea, having no idea where the idea came from, and then you choosing to give voice to that idea, and then continuously the momentum of whatever's coming through. Yeah. Like I was actually, the other day when Alexander was over, we were talking, and I just got out in the shower and I was like, oh my God, I had this idea that came in the shower, and I literally had to get out and like write this thing down. And then I was like, oh my God, I had this other thing in the shower. And like, I was thinking like those were all channeling thoughts. And then I gave it momentum by words.
Wow.
And that's what, as soon as you have all these thoughts, but as soon as you can hear the thoughts, and then once you allow the channel, like it to run through you, and then you allow it to come out, it's like an L, like love. Yeah. Then you can literally, then that's when you start channeling consistently and really start playing with it.
I love that.
He's channeling me.
I love that.
Yes. So
I felt that when you said that. I was like, oh man.
For those of you who can see, when I went like this one time, you'll see there was blue light out of my finger.
I literally just felt like a woman for 5 seconds. That was wow. That was wild. Whoa.
So why is it important to understand channeling? What's that?
Wow. Dude, that was wow. Yeah. Do you know what the fuck, Colleen? Do you okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, this is a blooper, but anyway, it's not blooper. What you guys?
It's all Arcturian right there now.
Okay. Why is it important to understand channeling?
All right.
This is not planned, you guys. I promise. This is really.
It's actually not at all. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. What's next?
Why is it important to understand channeling? It's because this happens.
Yeah,
there we go.
That this is why. Well, it's really important to understand it because once you get into the flow of channeling, life starts to get easier. Because, for example, like for me, I understand that my natural state of flow is like water, like the way that she described. Everything ebbs and flows. It doesn't ever stay in one place. So if I have a thought, if I don't write it down, it will perhaps escape me, but might come back later. But even then, I'm okay with it, which is very Piscean, honestly. But it could shift and it could change, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah. And I love that you're saying that. And I feel like the other reason it's important to understand channeling, when you guys are watching this, literally like I channeled him and then he channeled me, like, and then we were in the vortex of like laughing and channeling. And that's why it's important to understand channeling, because you guys, you can, who you are around, back to the soul. And we didn't really talk about the oversoul, but back to the soul, your soul or your aura is connecting to other people, your oversoul. And so when you are with people, you are constantly swapping codes. As we've talked about, well, we don't talk about codes, where you're constantly swapping information. So as we've said in the energy one, you can see this is like a very good give and receive cycle. You guys are just receiving from us. So you're pulling energy from us. It's not bad because that's how this is set up, intended for. But if you're around, if I was here and I was just like, Alex, tell me this information. Okay, tell me more. Okay, now tell me more. Okay, now tell me more. And I just keep going, it would not be like this conversation that you're seeing. It would be like, wow, she's really taking a lot from him. And you can look in a lot of people that do a lot of interviews or podcasts, and they are literally just pulling. They're literally just taking, and that's not healthy. That's why it's important to understand channeling, because that could be happening to you where people are constantly asking you questions and just taking and just taking and just taking and just taking. Oh
my God.
And that's part of you being able to either have an unhealed codependent wound, or it's you being narcissistic, because you're trying to, you not even being aware, but you're trying to take information from someone to get you further ahead, but you don't realize the impact that's doing. And that type of channeling, because you're basically tuning into their channel and taking something to add to your channel. And that's why it's important to understand this. And it's also important to understand that because, like you said, you guys, we have so many thoughts in a moment. It's insane how many things are whipping by us, like almost like cars. Whoop, like literally, these are our thoughts that are going through, and we've got to become empowered and to understand, out of all these thoughts, what do I want to give voice to? And Alexander has caught me before when I've said some things, and he's like, hold on, watch that. Where did that come from? Like, and been very good. And that's why you want to have good friends around you, because you want to understand channeling. You want to understand, like, ooh, maybe I did say that and I should not have given a voice to that. And that's why it's important to understand channeling, because there's so many things going on up here, but as soon as you give a voice to it, it's not real.
Yeah, because the thing is like you got to surround yourself with people that understand you, and also surround yourself with people that will check you but not shame you for it. So whenever Colleen and I talk to each other, there's always we will check each other, but it's never in a way where we shame each other or blame each other. Like, for example, I asked Colleen about business earlier, and she was like, no, this is what it, no. And I was like, yes, hell yeah. And then, vice versa, Colleen would call me and ask me about an awareness she had about something. And then I'd be like, is it an awareness or is it a projection from someone else? And then we're done. And then we move forward. It's great.
And just like in episode 3, or in our series, the episode before this, when Alexander did that thing about the pizza shop, and you literally saw me being like, you hate that. And I was like, oh my God, I had no idea. Like literally, but he gave voice to it. But that's something you want to give voice to, because you want it to leave. Because if you don't, anything that's in you that you don't give voice to, or I should say anything that's attached to you, so that story was attached to me. If I don't give that attachment a voice, it will stay attached. But now that it has awareness, now it's released.
Yes.
Channeling is a little bit different, because you're not channeling an attachment that's on you. Channeling really is creation based, I should say. Yeah. So like one is like it's so funny. One is just understanding energy and how it works. Cause this is literally we should have called this creation, but anyway, but channeling is the creation. What we move into is a space of creation. And my monthly membership, actually magical membership, we have the first call every month. It's $22 a month. We just talked in this one about, penetration and creation.
Amazing.
And that was like the whole call was understanding this. And so if you guys want that, message me and you can get in the thing. But it's important to understand, because channeling is what creates. It's when people like, I created this program. That's actually a better word than channel. But anyway, like if you do want to go into the space of working with ascended masters or working with other planetary systems or working with other star seeds, there is relevance to be like, okay, I was tuning in and I specifically was working with this system, or like, let's say my academia work, I'm specifically studying psychology. I'm channeling psychology. Now, obviously I was going to school for med school, I'm channeling medicine. Like that would be the same thing. But do you see how we're all always channeling? It's just depending on where you want your focus to be. You have access to it all.
Like part of the reason why Colleen is able to write books isn't just because she's so talented and smart, because she has those things, but also because she is willing to just let that come through. Like Colleen doesn't even have a TV anymore, because she didn't even have time to watch the TV, because all the stuff is coming through that she has to put it into a book. She's choosing to put it into a book. And it's these interesting things that for me, it's always easy for me to make songs. It's always easy for me to write poetry, because it's constantly coming through. And also songs, books, TV shows, movies, food, these things are all creations, and they are, Colleen said something to me earlier in the kitchen, which was really fucking cool. And it was about, disrespecting your creation.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have to see, like, I told Colleen this, but she already knew this, that, her books were basically like her children. They're an extension of who you are. Your business is an extension of who you are. A lot of people noticed recently that I gained some weight and then I lost it immediately. What a surprise. That I needed to give my body and my business a break. And they were like, give your business a break. Why would you do that? And I said, because it's a living thing. It's real. It has breath. It has life inside of it. The same thing with books. So remember to always respect your creations, and also remember that you are your greatest creation that you'll ever create every single day when you wake up and when you go to bed. And it's about respect and self-respect for the being and for the body as well.
And I love that you're sharing that too, because the other thing I think it's really important, like with Abraham, actually says Abraham teachings, but her real name, her name is Abraham, but the teachings have come from this Esther. And it's important because that was her life's work. Her life work was to say, you can integrate with one being and you can channel these things. I believe now we're at a place in the world where you don't just need to integrate with one thing. Is there always a purpose? Like I said, for Abraham, yes, bless her soul. I think she did so many incredible things to lay the foundation for us to even have this conversation right now. So you can't, like, that's amazing. But I just want you to know, if you're watching this, don't get like hung up on all these people that are channeling. Like there's amazing businessmen and women I know, you guys, they don't even know they're channeling, but they're just in the zone. You're in the flow. You don't have to be like, I am a channeler. Like I honestly, and if you're watching this and that is you, I love you. It's outdated. I'm not trying to be like
I've met so many people. I'm sorry to interrupt. I've met so many people from Oakland that are Bitcoin people that work for like Polychain or like have worked for Coinbase. Like my really good friend Olaf, he is constantly channeling energy all the time. We all are. And when I talk to him, it makes sense that he would understand all of that, because it's, like you just go like, where, like we always wonder, like, where does Bitcoin come from? No one. It's like an integrated system. Exactly. This is like the whole thing about money. Like it's a whole software system that was basically created to decentralize banking. But right now, even while we're doing this was fascinating. Wow. Yeah. Okay. No. I just watched this thing on this woman. She's an economist. So the riots that were in America, she was trying to pick up where the pattern was. So what she did, she couldn't find it. So then she looked at the Federal Reserve Bank, and the Federal Reserve Bank has 35 or 30 something branches. 32 of the riots were within 5 miles of the 35 Federal Reserve Bank branches. Oh, yeah, I just got chills. And then the other thing that happened is that where these happen, there's homes there that basically people like Jeff Bezos are like very all top CEOs, and every top CEO or any CEO of companies, to get a tax write-off as a corporation, you could buy this land, these homes, which is normally where the riots was, or these buildings where the rioting was. And then the riots happen during those, so that these big CEOs can purchase this now cheaply, and that the Federal Reserve Bank branches are going to dissolve because we're moving into a digitized currency. Wow. That is channeling, my friends. And that is because that's amazing. Oh my, this woman was incredible. I'll have to post a video, you guys. What is her name?
I forget. I don't remember, but she was fucking incredible. You guys, I watched the whole thing, but she was like describing this is the transition of what's happening in the world. And I was like, this makes so much sense. And then I was like going, and like the only way she was like, I was looking for the pattern. But she's like, I had all these things, but you guys, she had been practicing. She's not saying I'm channeling this pattern. No, she's not saying I'm channeling this pattern. She's just going like, I am someone who is very passionate about economics, and I'm very intuitive. She did say that. So she practices, you guys think, but she doesn't have to say I'm channeling because she knows the fucking sacredness of her work, and she doesn't have to give her power away that easily. Ooh. And so for those of you on here, and I'm just so passionate about it, who are like, channel, I love you. I shouldn't make that face. Channel, I love you. And let's make it relatable. Yeah. You're not like, this woman is like literally figured out why the riots happen, why this tax write-off for CEOs, like all this stuff, like how they're actually going to transfer from money to a digitalized thing. Like, you guys, that is channeling. There is no way one person alone could just sit there and figure that out. It can't. It's impossible. Yeah. There's a greater source coming through multiple people at the same time to literally rechange the system, which is why we call this, what is the system? Reframing the system. What is energy? What is channeling? Like, literally, this is why we've labeled this way, for you to go on this journey, because this is happening, not even just with you and I. This is like real time happening on the world right now. And we're just one little microcosm transmitting it to you for you to relate it to your personal life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm complete unchanneling. Anything else?
I feel like we've gone through so many subjects in like literally like 10, 15, 20 minutes.
I have no idea.
I don't know anymore about the time thing. It's like, whatever.
We showed you a really good, one thing that's really important, you guys, I did this in a post recently, or for my light activation menu that I did. One thing that's really I'm passionate about, you guys, is experiential based learning. And I feel like I've told you before, we said this in the very first one, what is the system? Anytime you watch something, your body doesn't know the difference between somebody else and you. And so when you see us laughing, when you see us like channeling, when you see us talking about channeling, and then literally like I picked up his, he picked up mine, that's experiential learning. You guys literally just experience through your own body by watching us what that means and what that feels like.
Oh my God. You know what I just thought of? I have a great way for us to close it out. Let's clear the energy of linearity in people that are.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So go ahead and close your eyes. All right. Everyone imagine that there's a golden ball of energy going down into the center of the earth. It's about the size of a soccer ball. And then see that this energy is coming up and out through all of your chakra centers and out and into an iridescent bright white light. Creator of all that there is, it is commanded to do healing, clearing, and activation on everyone listening and not listening on a global scale. Creator, it is commanded to clear all of the energy of linearity from everyone's body and their perspective on what energy is, what channeling is, what being a psychic medium healer is, from their matriarchal, patriarchal lineage to be sent to the light, core level, genetic level, history level, soul level, DNA, RNA, master cell, pineal gland, all lifetimes, all dimensions, all realms, mitochondria, the cells, thank you, show me. All the oaths, vows, fealties, communities, swearings, contracts, obligations, objects, and entities, and any Mobius strips or quantum particulates holding that in place. It is commanded to destroy and uncreate them. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, on shirts, boys, and beyonds. There we go. Whoa. And then Creator, it is commanded to clear all the cellular memory, imprinting, and patterning of that. Woo! To be sent to the light as well. Core level, genetic level, history level, soul level, DNA, RNA, master cell, pineal gland. Whoa! All lifetimes, all dimensions, all realms, mitochondria, the cells, thank you, show me, it is done, it is done. And then let's replace it. Creator, it is commanded to show and download to everyone who is listening and not listening on a global scale the awareness of being able to channel in their own way from an awareness of lightness, fun, humor, and the expansiveness and the authenticness of the expression of being on an infinite level. And let's just feel that. Oh my God, that feels good.
So good. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm coming back.
Creator, it is commanded to integrate everything in this session, shower off an iridescent bright white light. We are coming back down inside of our head, our toes, our fingers. I am coming back down inside of my head, my toes, my fingers. We are coming back down inside of our head, our toes, our fingers. And then remember, you guys, after you come back into your body, let's do an energy break. So we're just going to put our hand here and our hand here and push away. Whoop. And then go like this. Cleanse and then zip yourself up. Whoop. And just so you guys know, those are the teachings of Access Consciousness LLC and Theta Healing, which is digestible. So please look any of those up if you'd like to learn a really awesome way of clearing energy. Would you like to say anything else to close that out?
Well, I'm like, hold on, give me a moment. I'm back.
Am
I back here? Okay.
Like, wow.
Like,
wow.
What's happening?
What's happening? Your hair got like bouncier after the.
I don't want to talk about it. That's why I can't say. I was going to say something, but it was inappropriate. I know.
Too, yeah.
But no, that's super good. Thank you so much, Alexander.
Oh, the tingles.
You crack me up. So thank you so much for being on. We're so grateful, you guys. Thank you for watching and choosing to be here. And it's such a gift for you to share your time with us. Yeah. I know we're all so grateful.
I love it.
Make sure you guys reach out to him. I'll put all of his like stuff in the comments for you to have it, but feel free to say it.
Sure. You can reach me on my Instagram at AlexMayToday. That's MEI. And then you can also reach me on my website, which is alexandermay.com. Again, that's MEI. Or if you'd like to reach me through email, it's magiclegato@gmail.com. That's LEGATO.
Perfect. And for you guys watching, make sure you can share, tag a friend who may need to hear this. Also, for the month of January, I'm having a campaign through my publisher for an Uncompromised Life, my book, where you can get it for $22. It's a signed copy, or you can get the total Uncompromised Life experience, which is like this beautiful crystal, and it comes in this box. It's incredible. We'll leave that here, but I'd be super honored for you to get it. This book is, if you resonate with what we shared here, this book is a book for you. It's going to give you more answers. Like, it's going to open you. It's going to deepen you. This book is magic, you guys. And it's not just magic because I'm like, because that's my life. I'm telling you, like, you receiving this and choosing to receive it already, what people are sharing with me is profound. Like, it's it's like, whoa. It makes me like emotional. So make sure you get it. We desire to get the 500 copies by the end of the month, because it helps my publisher with getting me more bookstores for us to heal the world in that way. Second, at the end of this month, I have a anxiety relief workshop. So make sure to message me to get in on that. It's a couple hours, but I know a lot of you, I suffered from anxiety for most of my life, and I still have anxiety, but there's some things I want to teach you of anxiety actually being because you are psychic and you're seeing a future reality that you could be betraying yourself with. And I also really want to help you understand with anxiety, how to cope with it, how to better merge with it, because it's something that doesn't just go away. I want to give you those tools. So make sure you can join that. And then we will see you on the next episode.